Well, we are about a $50 cab ride away from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. Today, we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here between the Green Bay Packers and the New York Jets. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. Taken at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. They'll start on the ground. Hall. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
That was a pretty good job defensively to hold him to a 2-yard run, but I've got to think this offensive line, they're asking their quarterback for a different type of a run, one that they rely on, one they have confidence in, one they feel like they can block.
From the 24, Wilson. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks him. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. And room there to work it inside the 25. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. And they'll send the slot in motion left. On 2nd down now. Humphrey. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. This defense for the Jets, they were excellent a week ago in that victory over Indianapolis.
And what keyed their victory? The pass rush. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks, and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well. Hard to throw the ball downfield, but all you're seeing is opposing jerseys come at you.
And they're knocking on the door now as a good run there are going to take this to about the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now this time Rodgers will throw. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Packers take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. And Johnson's extra point up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Here's Johnson set and ready to kick this one away. Amir Smith-Marset now from his end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Quay Walker. And the Packers are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
On 2nd and 11 now. Rodgers, he's going to wind up and air it out. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th is the Packers punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Oh, he's going up top for Wilson. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete.
And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Hall.
And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds, right at the 3. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Ball again. No dice this go around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. They'll run with Hall. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. They'll go for it. It's Hall. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets.
Breece Hall, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Jets' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
They fake the give. Now Rodgers. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Working from the gun, Rodgers. And Graham on the ground. And he is going to have a Packers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. On 1st down, Humphrey. And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49. These two teams all tied after 1. 2nd and 9. Now Rodgers. He's got the hookup with Dobbs. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. The Packers on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Throwing is Rodgers. And Graham's got it over the middle. Touchdown, Packers. A big play there. With his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Packers have taken the lead. And Johnson's extra point up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Here's Johnson set and ready to kick this one away. From the end zone is Smith-Marset. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. After that last score we just saw, now 14-7, so a chance to march down the field here, try to tie this football game. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Throwing again on 2nd down. Wilson. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. To the right side, and he's got more complete. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
That's good for the Jets. 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Again, Wilson. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Quay Walker. And the Packers are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go to the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
Finding room at midfield. And he's going to step out of bounds all the way down at the 30-yard line. Rodgers to his tight end Graham on a big one. And even 50 yards. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. Humphrey. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle. That's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
On 2nd down, Humphrey. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
To throw, it's Rodgers. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. Johnson's kick is good, and they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that worked. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the Plague did on the last one.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. The Jets in a very solid 4-1 here in the early part of the year. Well, they've been playing their best football of the year. Winners of 4 in a row.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory. The quarterback got away with one there. Looked like he was in line for a pick, but instead, it's knocked harmlessly to the turf.
So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since. Now it's Wilson. That's caught inside the 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A first down and then some. 36 yards.
Well, partner, that's how you make a long drive suddenly not so long anymore. One big play, and they're already in field goal range with designs on getting more than that.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
To throw again is Wilson. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Afitu Melifonwu. And the Packers will take over here at their own 12-yard line.
Well, Brand, as they say in popular culture, this one's going to leave a mark because they can see the end zone, but it'll stay out of reach because of their error. All their offensive teammates have to give the quarterback right now, offer a little bit of encouragement because what's done is done. Let's get them next time out.
Now Thomas will come in motion right. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. So after the INT, it's Rodgers. Flushed out right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Oh, I saw this one with defensive eyes because even as he escaped the pocket and bought time, the coverage stayed tight. Nothing broke down. Throwing it away, that was his only option.
On play action, it's Rodgers. Flush to his right. Now on the run, he'll throw it back deep over the middle. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. And the Jets are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. He's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness has been good for his offense for the most part. So he throws an interception there. No one likes that, but I would not rein him back in. The return on investment thus far has been pretty good. 2 touchdowns to 1 interception.
Over the middle and complete to Wilson. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
A gain of 9 brings up 3rd and 3.
On 3rd down, here's Hall. Oh, he's got a little... There he goes, right side. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Breece Hall with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Jets get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Point after, right down the middle. And it leads down to a field goal at 17-14. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half. Different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit as he tried to throw the ball, and that resulted in an incompletion.
On 2nd and 10, Rodgers eluding the pressure right. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
From the gun on 3rd down, Rodgers. Open man is Michael Thomas. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down. On play action, Rodgers. And going deep for Hill. And this is caught. A big play there just before halftime. And even 60 yards. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
This Jet defense so far standing tall. They need another stop now, 3rd and goal. Up the middle they go. Humphrey trying to barrel up in there, but I don't think he got it. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Rodgers to throw for it on 4th. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They throw for it on 4th and goal at the 1. And the Jets are going to get the football back. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And this is potentially a nervy situation this close to their own goal line. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now Wilson back into his end zone. And my goodness, another interception. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball, touchdown, Packers! Aaron Rodgers Rodgers, 3 first-half touchdown passes. And the Packers will extend their lead here just before halftime. And Johnson's extra point up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Jets 14.
So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. 1 second, all that remains. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we've come to halftime here with the visiting Packers out on top. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the third quarter. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. Now a handoff up the middle. Humphrey. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
On play action, now Rodgers. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had it and dropped it. That is an unforced error there, and it takes away what could have been a touchdown. From the gun, it's Rodgers. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he is going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Throwing now is Rodgers. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that, and thus far they've been successful.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense has spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away.
And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. And that will extend their lead even further. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. But I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
61.
Now Hall to start the drive. Good footwork at the 30. 83 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Hall again on second down. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Here's Wilson. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
They'll try and run for it. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Wilson. Able to complete this one to Tyler Conklin. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Here's Wilson to throw. And that is incomplete.
Well, you got to think that sooner or later they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Throwing again here, Wilson. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
That's not the first time they've gone his way on this drive, and they were obviously keyed into it because they were there to help break that pass up.
It's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9, and they need 10 yards out of it on third. Now Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. He has a man. It's complete to Wilson. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Now Wilson on first down. That is caught at the 7. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6.
That's another Jets. First down. First and goal at the 6-yard line.
Go!
Here's Wilson. Touchdown, Jets. Corey Davis from 6 yards away. And the Jets have got it back to within a score. Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And the lead will shrink to 6. The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And he will be brought out here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum is sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. Now a deep ball going to be caught here near midfield. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
A lot of running backs in the passing game, they're just used to check it down to them or maybe dump off passes. But this guy, they use him to stretch the field, don't they?
Stretched it right there, turned it into a really nice game. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, the connection they've had has been excellent today, but not on that snap. I think he was asking just a little too much as he extended that play, hoping for one more completion with it.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They'll try the left side. Humphrey. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. They're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. And Johnson's kick is good, and the drive will wind up yielding 3. So that's, CD, an important one here in the 4th quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Straight ahead is home. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5. The Packers 43-yard line.
To throw is Wilson. He'll air this one out deep for Davis. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
Throwing is Wilson. He finds his man, complete. It's Wilson. And he's brought down short. 2 yards there, needed 4. Here we go on 4th down. And trying to push his way forward, but I think he's going to be short. And he is short. He needed 2. He only got 1. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. They find some open field here. And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Humphrey. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Now Rodgers. He hits Dobbs on the crosser. And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 27-yard line. Up the middle they go.
Humphrey.
And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game against them, but tally that one on the side of the defense.
Do you think maybe, possibly, it could be a little bit of a changer for them? Maybe not a game changer, but a little bit of a momentum one that maybe they can string together some pretty good plays and slow them down.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Now Rodgers. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. That's good for 28 yards.
It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal.
They'll run on 1st down.
Humphrey.
Able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6.
And now 3rd and goal coming up. The loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder. And they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
To throw is Rodgers. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Rodgers going to go on 4th down. Toward the pylon, caught. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Michael Thomas from 6 yards away. And the Packers look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. And Johnson's extra point up and good. And that could be important as that makes this a 16-point lead. Here's Johnson set and ready to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And a drive that stalled out last time. Went for it on 4th, didn't get it. How does that translate here? I would imagine momentum's with the defense.
Definitely with the defense, because anytime anyone goes for it on 4th down, that's telling you as a defense that you can't stop us. We don't think that you can. And when you actually do, that may put a little dent in the confidence of the offense the next time they hit the field.
Yeah, we'll see if they can bring that pride, the offense, this go-around. Rashawn Gary in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. Ball want to give up the middle. Oh, and he'll wind up losing yardage on the play. You cannot have that. And also, 4th down now. A higher scoring game, Charles, than we typically see in the National Football League. But fun to watch these offenses. They were really clicking. It seemed like everything that they dialed up worked.
Yeah, it certainly was fun to watch from our perspective. How'd you like to be those defensive coaches, though? That wasn't a blast for them at all. And let's face it, they all game plan, they all scout, they all think they're prepared. But executing and stopping teams, that's another matter entirely.
So So for Green Bay, their good start continues as they get their record up to 4-2. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Jets,